Okay, everybody. Happy Thursday. Big waves to you. Good to see you. Double hands, double hands. I was telling this to Katie Holt Larson that's in our company yesterday. I said, when you do the double hand wave, you got to, you can't help it. It just puts a smile on your face. So that's why we do the double hands, even when we don't feel like it. So here's the thing. Happy Thursday. I want to make an announcement. So there's this week, super busy week, right? Canada Day yesterday. I hope you guys had an amazing day in Canada. Diana's still laying down. She said it wore her out. It wore her out. Canada Day did. I love it. I love even wore the animals out, right? No, we thought about you guys, and I told James Zhang last night, I said, we got to go over there and experience Canada Day one time in person, boots on the ground. So that's our goal. That's our goal, Andrea. You can go with us. We'll let you in. So, 4th of July is coming up. It is on Saturday and 250 years. So it's a big celebration. So tomorrow, we're actually going to come back on Monday, okay? And tomorrow we have a lot of people traveling, and we too are we're out and about too tomorrow. That will be right there in the middle of the coach's corner. So today will be our last day. Make sure to let us know. Andrew will put some information out saying we'll come back on Monday. But um, this is a good one for me, and I've got like a few minutes to tell you. So the word for today. And I think it's very, very timely on Canada Day, on 4th of July in North America to talk about finite. Finite. And if you look at finite, the definition, it's having limits, it's having boundaries. It's not endless, it's not infinite, it's finite. It describes something that has a beginning and an end. And we know as humans, we're finite. We were born, and there will be a day that we will exit, right? That is there. We know it. We all know it. But where not to get like super, what would you say, Andrew? What's the word I'm looking for? Like, I'm not trying to be sad this morning. I'm
Dark.
trying to
Let's say
dark,
dark.
dark. I'm not trying to be dark this morning, but I am what this word did for me today, because guys, I'm as guilty as anybody to think that I'm just going through these 24 hours in this day, just going, plowing, going, doing, right? And before you know it, you look up and it's over halfway through 2026. And this life is moving fast, and it is not infinite, it is finite. And so many times I can spend my hour or two in these 24 hours of a day worrying, dreading, in drama, mad, irritable. But you know what? They're expiring around me. Those hours, those minutes, those seconds that I allow that to infiltrate, and it does. Okay, so I'm talking about myself. It's just taking up those minutes, those seconds, those hours in my day that I'll never get back. So if I compound those, how much time am I losing in this beginning to the end? And I got thinking about that this morning. I'm like, you know, time is finite. Like, it's so important to use it wisely. I got to use it wisely. We were talking last night to a group of people about if we're in business, it should be fun, John. Like, it should be fun. It shouldn't be dreaded. It shouldn't be, oh my gosh, if I'm Greg Bill, I've got to do business today, and he's dreading it. I know he's not, but Greg has a lot of fun, right? If you've ever been around him, I have fun when I'm around him, right? Alan Schultz, I mean, Ken, I can name many of you, right? That's what it should be. It should be fun. We should, no matter what we do, if I'm an accountant, find ways to have fun. Or I'm going to spend my days taking them up in dread and worry and doubt and all of this. And guess what? The bookmarks of the beginning and the end is finite. It's what I'm doing in between that matters. And I'm talking to myself. So, you know, budgets are finite, right? We talk about finances like budgets are finite. Like I have to, you know, I have to know, hey, I have this much expenditure on this project or on this thing or on this vacation. If not, I'll get myself in trouble. How many of you got yourself in trouble before expending too much money? I know I have. I'm just going to keep on, keep on, keep on, keep on. And let me tell you, my future self is not happy when I just keep on with with a budget in this area. So also another thing is your energy's finite. Like in these 24 hours on this Thursday, July the 2nd, 2026, we only have so much energy to expend out for this day. So guess what? Where am I going to invest it into? Where am I going to invest my energy and my time today? Am I going to invest it in drama? Am I going to invest it in worry? Am I going to invest it in negativity? Or am I going to realize that I'll never get the 24 hours back? It's finite. And I'm going to go invest it in fun, laughing, telling people I love them, telling people I care about them, telling people that, you know, I'm glad they're in my life. That's, although I don't do that every single day, that's where I want to spend my time. Does that make sense? So I hope if nothing else, I'm going to turn to Andrea. Sorry, Andrea. I hope that this word, if you're like, I need a little more of it today, go look at it. Go chat GPT it. Go grok it. Whatever you want to do on AI. Dive into that word a little bit more because I'll tell you what, it puts a lot in perspective for the days. Andrea, I'll turn to you.
Well, I loved this word. I love your lesson. And I think it is powerful when we realize, because I don't know about you guys, I can bebop around many times thinking that everything is kind of infinite. I can put whatever off to tomorrow because there's always a tomorrow, or I can get the extra thing because there you can always make more money, or, and I've got to remember that nothing really is promised. So we do have finite resources. And I love this quote from Stephen Covey, where he says, the key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities. And I really need to read this book again because what, Seven Habits of Highly Effective People? I read it a couple years ago. It was life changing, or it could have been if I kept the principles in the front of my mind. But it seems that I've slipped in some spaces, so probably need to read that again. Definitely need to read that again. But man, wouldn't it be great? I think the way that people explain it, and Coach, I think I've heard you talk about this. Like if you had a jar and you had, let's say, a bucket of sand and rocks and blah, blah, blah. If you put the sand in first, you're never going to get the rocks in. It's just not going to fit. But if you put the most important things in first, you put those rocks in first, and then you fill it up with the sand, you can actually get it all to work if we put it in the right order. So let's go make our priorities show up in our life. Like if my kids are the most important thing, but I'm declining their call repeatedly, well, then maybe I've got to flip-flop what's actually happening in my day to reflect what my actual priorities are. So what I looked into is because our time and our energy are finite, let's consider a couple of things. So, first of all, I've got to choose what matters the most instead of trying to do everything. So, if I'm looking at my day, right, and I'm scheduling out, my self-care time, exercise, food, whatever. And I'm scheduling out my relationship time, the people that I love, and they're making it on my calendar. And I'm scheduling out my business, and I've got that on my calendar. Well, what matters the most in each of those? I'll tell you, cleaning my desktop. Well, at this moment, it actually should probably be a priority because if you guys saw my desktop, you'd all have chest pains. I have chest pains a little bit, but it's really not the priority in my day. If it's my business time and all I'm doing in my business time is organizing my desk, I'm probably not dealing with the priorities, right? So I've got to figure out what's the most important thing and focus there. Oh, I realize I'm already out of time. Protect my energy. Say no with the things that don't align with our values, which because I have to remember that everything that I say yes to is a no to something else. So if I'm saying yes to, I don't know, driving across the country tomorrow, which I'm kind of known for saying yes to things, then I'm saying no to the rest and the time, let's say, with my kids and my dogs at home that's important to me. So I've got to realize that every yes is a no to something else. Spend time with the people who actually fill your cup instead of putting holes in the bottom and drain it out. Invest in habits that improve your health and your future, and then appreciate today. We'll close with this. It is a finite gift. None of us, unfortunately, are promised tomorrow. And today is not going to come around to get again. So appreciate today, each and every moment, because well, let's be dark here for a second. It could be our last. So do we use today beautifully and wisely with the people that truly matter? Let's go do that. And the question that we can ask ourselves today, before the day ends, we can ask ourselves so we can align and make sure we're aligned with our value is, did I spend my finite time on what matters the most today? And if we say yes, well, then, man, aren't we going to sleep great? And if we say no, well, hopefully we'll wake up tomorrow and we can adjust our priorities and make tomorrow a little bit different. So I thought this was a good one. I did get a little dark, but I love you guys. I'm so sorry. And
No,
happy
this
4th
was
of July.
this is a great one. This is a great one. And I want to say this as we end. On Canada Day this week, on the 4th of July this week, Independence Day, I just want to say this, like for, we know so many of us, like all of us, freedom's not free, right? It comes with a price. And for all of you, the men and women that have served this great North America, thank you. Thank you for what you've done. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for your sacrifice. And we know there's so many of you that have served our country. Eric, I can go around the room. Thank you so much. And you guys, um, over this week, let's find someone that has served and sacrificed, and let's pay our respects. Let's tell them thank you, right? Because it's not free. It's not free. So, love
Can
you
I
guys.
Small plug. And
Yes,
if you guys have been to any of our events with Partner Co. and you've seen Dennis Perez running around filming and taking pictures and doing all of that hard work for us, today's his birthday. So if you're friends with him on social media, go shower him with a little bit of love out there. We love Dennis and he works really hard for all of us.
absolutely. Absolutely. Love you guys. We'll see you back on Monday and have a great one out there.
Love you
Love
guys.
you
Have a good
guys. Have
one.
a
Happy
beautiful 4th of
4th.
July.
Happy 4th.
Love
Thank
you
you. Thank you so
all.
much.